Long before the dawn of man, strife was already a major component of life. Wherever a creature shared a piece of land with another, it was just a matter of time until a struggle for resources would ensue. Man was no different, showcasing a perverse fascination with violence. Man and civilization brought forth more innovative ways of taking human life than any other function needed for survival. There are more ways of killing a man than there are ways of making bread or making love. And while the latter two are quite limited in scale, man has gone beyond imagination with his capacity to destroy life with one push of a button. Between uncontrollable crime in the streets and escalating war on the borders, it was all just a matter of time. From the ashes, a new world was born. The surviving nations finally realized that man's unstoppable appetite for destruction must be contained. A ban on all firearms was strictly enforced, and just as the sword gave way to the gun gave way to the sword, leaving the authorities to carry the hope of their nations on the tip of a spear. Little did they know that the self-destructive nature of man could never be stopped. There's not enough love in this world, not enough money, to prevent this ancient circle from coming round again. When the time is ripe, evil will rise. Personified in our case, with a woodcutter. Nicola is his name, and this is his town, his land, the godforsaken place where our tale begins. And as many ways as there are of killing a man, there are equally as many ways of telling this old tale of strife. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our show, the town's midnight main event. The occasional challenge is already underway. On one side, in a gray suit, red hat, is killer number 2. Representing Nicola's undefeated gang, along with 20 soldiers from their Red Army. On the roof, all in gray, are scouts from the Proletariat League of Defense. And on the far side, in menacing militant fatigues, led by Valentine, are the contenders of the hour.
Behold, man, the buffoon who calls himself Killer number 2. Are you here for the ball, my friend? Because we're here to challenge Nicola's reign in the name of the people.
Men is the unwritten law of this land, so any gang in the province has a chance to challenge the woodcutter and take the town. But as the leader of the biggest gang, Nicola often exceeds this sporting gesture by sending only one killer to defend his crown.
Yeah! up! You can roll the dice and die with your men, or take the safe bet and come back to work for Nicola. All this will be forgotten. Even the buffoon part.
You want me to work for a woodcutter? Call myself a killer and win me a number. How about killer number one?
What should we do with them?
Kill them all.
Another gang, another night, another fight. And when will the wind bring a real challenge? Asks the most powerful man east of the Atlantic. Rest assured, his wish will be granted. But although our villain is constantly challenged in his own quarters, it is quite unlikely that his world order will be shaken from within. For such a dramatic change to occur, an outside intervention is needed. An intervention brought about by some means of transportation. Many a time, a train, much like this one. And as always is the case with such trains, there should be at least one silent stranger aboard. Or two. But for now, mark the red suit, walking under the train with the confidence of an oppressor. Mark the gray people, cowering in their seats. Mark a lawless town, silently crying for a hero.
Remind me of someone. Good man. Also had very quick hands.
A friend of mine recommended I come here. I'm looking for a game of cards.
Cards? We're not in Dodge City anymore, Toto. No cards here. No gambling of any kind.
killed him.
Well, is there a price on his head?
No boundaries here, mister.
No gambling? No bounties? What's a lone man to do? I'd say he's worth about 1,000. That's 100 each.
You're out of your fucking mind.
It's 2,000. Divided 9 ways. That doesn't quite go in, does it?
Friday nights at the Russian roulette. But it will cost you a fortune to play in this game.
What's a fortune?
That thing that awaits you at the end of the road, son.
I ain't your son.
Yoshi?
金は持ってきました。
奴らはこの町を牛耳ってる。欲しいものがあれば奪えば済むことだ。
教えてください。どこに行ったらその人らに会えるんですか？
誰か死んだの？
いや、まだ死んでおらん。よし、兄上のお前の叔父の命令でこう来たのだ。
父の最後の願いなんです。
竜の紋章、ただの金の塊だろう。代わりに市場で何か買っていけばいい。紋章に似てるものを探せばいいだろう。兄上にはもう土産もつかんだろう。
誇り高き者、常に正しき道を歩む。ちゃいますか？僕は父とは違います。
今のところはな。
物事を解決するのに暴力は使わん。僕にとって人生とはすなわち仁の道。
せやったらなおさらお前はここに来るべきやなかった。
Enter red suits. Red suits!
Good evening. Can I help you?
Out of the 7 codes of Bushido, Jin is the toughest one to master, if only because a compassionate warrior is a contradiction in terms. But Yoshi, perhaps despite his father, has made Jin his purpose, and it is purpose that makes strong the vow, at least strong enough until now.
Eddie knows you're here. I already gave my donation for this month.
We came for the fish. So why don't you run along to the kitchen and chop up some? Go on. Chop, chop!
Move!
Life, every man holds dear. But the dear man holds honor far more precious than dear life. Especially if that man happens to be Japanese.
Yoshi, ジンの頃を忘れた。
番肉市場の中。エディを訪ねて。それがダメならリトルウェストに腐った奴らが集まる場所があるから、そこで情報を変えるかも。じゃあ。
Things never go well before first going wrong and then getting worse, which is one of many lessons our silent drifter has been hearing for as long as he can remember.
So, mister, where to? Russian roulette. You're from out of town, aren't you?
Hold your head up high. Keep your eyes on the prize. Never let your guard down. The world is filled with bad people.
Hey, mister. Looking for a good time?
Always.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
I'm looking for a game of cards.
Keep looking.
You'll always be quicker on the draw. Lonesome, but alive nonetheless, she said every night before putting him to sleep. And he listened as she sung the lullaby.
Can I help you?
What's behind the door?
It'll cost you.
How much?
50,000.
Cash?
But anything else of value? Diamonds, drugs, bullets?
My life.
Worthless. This is the headman's personal game. No exception to the rule.
Is he here tonight?
Friday. Every Friday. He hasn't missed a game in 10 years.
Thank you very much for your continued support! Always! See you in the sector!
Sorry.
So far, so good. Kind way is a right way. Or so it seems. Out east in the forest. In between caves, cliffs, and waterfalls. Camp. The mansion. The training grounds. Red suits and killers and more trouble to be found. And the dragon. Well, we've only just begun.
It's Eddie. He said it was urgent.
Yeah, number 2, Eddie here, sir.
It's a beautiful day, Eddie. The birds are chirping.
There's a stranger here, sir. An Oriental.
The birds, Eddie. They're chirping.
He says he wants to offer a trade.
A what?
Exactly. Now, we had a little incident last night. Some of our boys got beat up pretty bad at the Japanese restaurant.
Well, does he look Japanese?
He looks fishy.
A fishy fish.
Mm-hmm. Don't you think it's odd, sir?
Odd.
Yeah.
Singing ducks are odd, Eddie. An Oriental stranger who's beating up your men is not odd. In the worst case, he's an intriguing problem. Your problem.
Yes, yes.
Great. Now, Eddie, if you interrupt me like this again, you will see the edge of my dagger. Literally speaking, of course.
Of course, sir.
Eddie.
Yoshi.
Come. Sit here.
What's this? Just a precaution. We've had quite a few mercenaries come to town lately. Every small syndicate thinks it could just muscle in and take over the land. We had to deal with 5 challenges in the last 2 months alone. Now even the workers are fantasizing it cool. It's almost like 16th century Japan here.
Almost.
Exactly. Now, you know, some send cowardly assassins. What's your story, Yoshi?
Who sent you? Tokyo Yakuza?
I'm a villager. My family will pay a lot of money for a dragon. Here. Hey. Listen, I'm not looking for a fight. Pass on the drawing. If any of your men identifies it, he can make a lot of money. Huh?
An interesting character, Yoshi. Next time, be a little more careful. Plan ahead. Avoid unnecessary trouble. And most important, stay away from Japanese restaurants. Yoshi. You're good. But you can't beat me with a stick.
I'm giving you one last chance. Hot sake. Just give me whiskey.
What kind?
Any kind. How much is it?
55.
For a glass?
You said any kind. Thank you very much. Man needs a hobby. Mine's pop-up funnies.
Pop-up funny? Oh. It's for children.
No. It's for people with imagination. It's the myth of Arachnidus. In his youth, Arachnidus falls into a hidden cave and gets bitten by an arachnid. An arachnid is a spider. Anyhow, as he grows older, Arachnidus realizes the bite gave him special powers.
Spiders don't have special powers.
They walk on walls.
Funny.
No. Arachnidus uses his newly obtained powers against far stronger enemies. He realizes that his new power gives him a responsibility to fight for the greater good, for the weak man's freedom.
So, it's a story about personal responsibility.
And then some. Why don't you drink your drink?
Truth is, I didn't really come here for the whiskey.
I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
I'm looking for some information about a guy named Nicola.
Good luck, friend. Good timing.
Figured it was time for that drink.
Well, this one's on the house.
Who are you?
Either a friend or a foe. Depends on who's looking.
I'm looking.
Maybe you should look somewhere else.
Something on your mind?
48,000 somethings to be exact.
Well, this might be your lucky night, because this fine gentleman here is looking to buy some information about a fella named Nicola. You think you might be able to help him out?
So, you know this man?
What if I do?
I need to find him.
I need a loan. 2 days and I'll have it back to you with interest. After that, I'll see what I can do.
What's in it for me?
Profit. And the ultimate power of my negotiating skills. Are you gonna tell me what that means, or are you gonna leave me guessing?
It means you are a liar and a cheat. And I don't see how I need you to negotiate for me.
You guys want to fight? Take it outside.
Good mentor never forces himself on the unprepared. Instead, he opens a door and waits for the rain to push them into his warm embrace.
I'm sorry. She said she'd tell Nicola I tried to rape her. You know me. I pay on time.
I found him in the back, messing with the ladies.
What did I tell you?
You know how she is.
Leave them alone, you degenerate fuck. You don't run me. You don't tell me what to do.
Take it to
Have them wash her down. And get her ready.
You're nothing but a dog. Nicola's little poodle. Your time is coming, Pooch. And I promise that I'll be there when you're finally stiff.
What about them?
It's not their fault our boss has poor taste in women. But then again, someone has to take responsibility for this fiasco.
Fix your hand. Sword.
A pure soul is like pure water. And pure water has no shade and no color. It only reflects what it stands next to. It's dirt, wind, and salt that gives it character.
You don't understand. There's evil inside me, and it's kicking.
Life is tough. But you've done well for yourself, darling. Why beat yourself up?
I could have been decent, lady. I could have been someone's woman. And instead I chose to be someone's whore.
Good work. We'll call it Gangbusters. Cowboy in a world without guns and a samurai with no sword team up to defeat a common evil. What's wrong? You don't want to be just a paper tiger, huh? You both fail to understand the symbolic element of good versus evil enhanced through the embodiment of the most ancient of human desires.
Which is what?
To be the most powerful motherfucker on the face of the planet.
There's no such thing, barkeep. There's always someone more powerful than you.
That is a smart line coming from a young mind. But I was speaking metaphorically. People need someone to look up to. The hero is not always the strongest man. Sometimes it's just the guy who leads the way.
Sometimes he's just the guy who serves the drinks.
I used to believe that once. It nearly cost me my life.
What happened?
I picked a fight with someone more powerful.
You're still alive.
He took pity on me, in kind of the circumstances. But I went from alive and kicking to alive and limping, and it taught me a great lesson.
Great lessons are often found in defeat.
Love is temporary. Hope is eternal.
There is no hope. Everything is a circle.
You know, life's not all about fighting.
Come on now. You know that ain't true. I can see it in your eyes. So, que sera?
I can't loan you the money. I'm sorry.
These are tough times to trust a stranger. But let me warn you. If you get in my way before I finish what I came here to do...
That goes the same for you. So, he lives in the countryside.
Him and his 9 killers are like some ancient clan.
Killers?
When Nicola first came to power, he led a small gang of only 9 men, and they became known as the Killers. No matter how big Nicola grew, no matter how powerful he became, he always continued to keep 9 killers around him. When one dies or retires, Nicola inducts a new number 10 in his place. And if they want to advance in the ranks, they fight between themselves. Like vicious watchdogs, they are his close circle, his elite force. These guys all live with him in his mansion.
And the rest? The red suits?
Well, they keep a larger camp, where they also do some training. Norman Hasdy's got his own little army out there.
Where is this place?
It's out east in the forest, past the mountains, in between caves and cliffs and waterfalls, and nobody knows exactly. Those who belong would never talk, and those who don't know better than to even ask. And to top it all off, no one actually knows what he looks like. He never shows his face in public.
He never goes out?
Good evening, sir.
People here only know him by his costume.
What costume?
Long black cape and a broad-brimmed hat.
Angel Death.
Symbolic to some, very real to others.
We're here, sir.
Send her in. Look how beautiful you are. I remember the day I first laid eyes on you. You remember that day? One might say you possessed a great enthusiasm for the opportunity to escape a life of mediocrity. It puzzles me. For 10 years, you've been looked upon as nothing but Nicola's high-priced whore. And yet, I'd be sitting next to you, unbeknownst to the onlookers. And I would marvel how you would smile them off. As if you possessed some higher truth about life. Truth shared only by the strongest of men and the most beautiful of women. Was I imagining that? So why do you look so miserable lately? At the very moment when I am about to bestow upon you the highest honor a man can bestow on a woman. At the very moment when the world is about to see that you are much more than a whore to me.
If I wanted to be that, I would have stayed where you found me.
I'm not getting any younger, Alexandra. A man of my age, my position, starts to think about what he's going to leave behind.
Graveyards filled with monuments in your honor.
You know, after 10 years, a woman like you, alive, can be an Achilles' heel for a man like me. If I was to think that there was nothing left to be gotten out of our endearing relationship, there's no telling what I might be prone to do.
Do it. No bundle of joy is worth this much pain.
What do you want?
I want to love you as a free woman.
There are men trying to get me in every corner. And you're my woman.
for the most powerful man east of the Atlantic. What are you so worried about?
You know, I once killed a man after a duel. And with his dying breath, he said something to me that I never forgot. There's always someone more powerful than you.
What are you covering your eyes for? The Oriental, sir. You wouldn't talk.
We didn't really get to that, sir.
I see. Well, I'm sure you did the best you could.
This is a private party.
Well, does he edge? Look edgy.
He just has something in his eye. Sir, the chief of police is here.
Yeah, they all are watching us. And there's some Oriental, ninja, motherfucker running around town, beating up my men. I don't know if he's here for Nicola or what's his story, but considering the current climate, I figured it best that I don't have to find out myself.
You hear that?
What?
My bed's calling me.
You got a lady in the house?
Not anymore.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Old wounds. Love and capitalism. Strange bedfellows.
Huh?
She found a better provider. So, have you decided what you're gonna do?
I never wanted to come here. It's my father. He insisted. And I had to respect his wish.
Why?
My father is a great man.
And why would he send you on a mission that had so much peril lying in its path?
Hey, you. Are you the Oriental who calls himself Yoshi?
It is.
Mister, you just attacked 4 police officers.
Our new friend is in prison. They're probably working him over right now. I thought you'd like to know. You have a car? Somebody call for a getaway car?
Yoshi! Yoshi!
They drugged him. He's not as bad as he looks.
How can we ever repay you?
Oh, ask him. I only drove the car.
Well, thank you for driving the car.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Listen, little girl. It's only a loan.
Why don't you wait till he wakes up?
やめないか、桃子。
信用できません、こんな人。
この人は養子を救ってくれたんだ。桃子。
I don't seek much pleasure, number two, other than the occasional visit from Alexandra. There's precious little entertainment in my life anymore. One lousy restaurant I like in this whole godforsaken town. One card game I attend. Not much enjoyment for the man who has everything. If I can't go out and have a decent meal now and again, have a card game in my own club once a week. And where's the joy in my existence? When I put you in charge of my men, it wasn't a contract for life.
Those responsible have been punished, sir.
Oh.
Don't do that. Not in front of the lady.
Our new problem is actually affiliated with your favorite restaurant, sir. It turns out that the owners have a cousin.
And?
These men in the box, they kind of attacked him. And then at the turf office, they also attacked him. They thought he was Yakuza.
And?
Well, he beat them up pretty bad, so I told the police chief about it and they locked him up.
And?
Some guy broke in last night, beat the band and checked him out.
And?
The Japs obviously closed down the restaurant, sir. Sir, about this game tonight.
Good luck.
We don't usually let strangers in this game. But you got the boss all curious.
The boss?
My assistant will be playing for me. I hope you don't mind.
We play straight poker. Any questions? We play.
5,000 a bet. So why don't we all introduce ourselves? We wouldn't want our new friend here to think us rude.
Deputy Mayor, nice to meet you. Chief of Police.
Boris. I'm the head of the workers' union.
Quite an impressive bunch to have around one's card table. Things must be pretty hunky-dory in this puppy town.
They are. From where I'm looking. You know who I am?
Nicola, the woodcutter. Most powerful man east of the Atlantic. Never lost a game or a duel.
That's right.
3.
2.
So who would you be?
I'm just passing through.
3.
2.
Sit.
Flush, diamonds, queen on top.
Raise. 5,000.
Full house, kings.
Fold. I'll see your 5,000.
You play a tough game, mister. Just passing through. Sure you want to do that?
I just did.
Playing with a full deck?
And then some.
Fold.
Fold.
Okay. Let's take a peek.
Of course. No need to be aggressive.
You wouldn't happen to have a rabbit up your sleeve now, would you?
Just a laugh.
From now on, just make sure you keep your hands on the table.
Well, I guess I better be going.
Yes, me too.
You ready to cash in?
I think I like you, mister. Just passing through. I haven't lost a game of cards in a cougar's age, but then again, I haven't had this much fun either.
It's all in the face. All the answers. Here. I won't feel I've earned it till I play you face to face.
That would be a challenge, would it?
Call it what you will.
Where?
The square. Tomorrow. Midnight.
Enough. Let him leave in peace.
I'll be waiting.
Wait.
100 years ago, my great-grandfather came here to fight in the war. He died in one of the toughest battles in our clan's Kaho. A medallion. A golden dragon medallion, passed down from generation to generation, was stripped away from him.
Father and I saw it a few weeks ago on one of Nicola's men in a restaurant. A big man with a big mustache.
You didn't happen to see anyone wearing a golden medallion, did you?
Nothing rings a bell.
You're lying.
Momoko.
You should teach her to cook. This medallion. What's so special about it?
You wouldn't understand.
I guess I wouldn't.
I'm telling you, there is something in the air. Both of these characters running around and my men are falling off fast. So let me nip it.
Men like us, number two. Why is it that we fight?
Because of how thin the air is at the point of dying. Because of how it feels to breathe it, even if it's only for a split second.
Set it up.
You're gonna meet him for this ridiculous.
I'll set you up.
Number 4 will be watching you closely. We want to know who he is. You can bring him back in pieces for all I care, but... alive.
That's what we do.
よし、
お前は部屋に帰れ。
私も手伝う。
子供はな、寝る時間や。
私はこの町を隅から隅まで知ってるの。
連れてったらどうや。お前のおかげでわしの商売も家もめちゃくちゃや。おまけにこないな場所で野良犬のように息を潜めてなあかん。お前先週殺されそうになったばかりや。まだ足りんのか。桃子を密伝するまでお前やめへんのか。
返さなあかん義理があるんです。
あいつはよそもんや。借りたうちに入らん。
なんでそないなってしもたんですか。侍としての誇りはどこに行ってしもたんですか。
誇りやとお前がここにおるだけでまた誰かが死ぬことになるんや。よし、お前の親父がな、家宝のためにお前をここに送り込んだわけやない。お前を一人前の男に、彼の思い描く男に育て上げるためや。その道は輝かしいが、その先にあるんは破滅だけや。
punch, you stay alive. But look at the cards, big boy. Nobody's that good. Who's the fucker now?
Hey, mister! Nicole asked me to inform you that if you really want to beat the house, you first must beat the odds.
Intention. It is always a painful reminder that a violent solution can never be realized without putting one's life at stake.
Where is he?
Years ago, he went back to Japan.
Nicola loves your restaurant, old man. Likes those fish. But me, I'm a vegetarian. Now where is Yoshi? Not bad, kid. But I think we'll keep some of it for later. I've got me a little ginseng tree, and it's given me one hard idea.
What took me so long?
Not really.
talking about? They're right behind us.
The only place we're going in this car is into a lamppost.
Never underestimate the power of these wheels. So, impressive.
Playtime is over, kids.
Take it easy.
It's time to face the killers. Time to man up.
Good luck, gents.
Which one do you want?
I better take the saucepan.
Wait, Momoko, your uncle. Are they still at the hotel?
God.
Uncle! 叔父上！
My uncle is dead. Momoko, let's go.
This is not the way.
I was blind deaf. This is the only way.
They've got your cousin now. And we can't kill what we can't find.
Wait.
I think it's time you gentlemen meet the general.
Get ready for me.
Don't be afraid. He may walk like a cock, talk like a cock, and look like one too. But from what I hear, it's all for compensation.
That's the spirit!
I'll see you tomorrow, love. I got a quick errand to run, a little thing called Death to deliver.
Death has no messengers. It delivers itself. Usually in the most adequate way when dealing with impersonators.
I bet you that sounds much better in Japanese.
Number 4 and 7 are dead, sir.
I couldn't fall asleep tonight. That stranger was right. I should have taken the risk. I've grown fat and lazy.
You mean this card game?
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking you'll stop them in the camp. They'll come for her and for me. And you'll stop it right there.
Isn't that what you want?
I don't know if you're trying to protect me or replace me. Number 2.
I would never...
Never what? You're just about running the show right now. The only difference is the risk is still on my head. What do you say? You want a shot at the title? I didn't get to be who I am by hiding. The costume was just a device to prolong my rule. Costumes never age. People do. You know, there's a part of me that's hoping that they pass through the camp and kill you all, and that there is no one left for them to fight but me. And then if I die, it'll be like I always thought it would be. In battle. While I'm still craving life.
Well, they won't get past the camp.
We'll see. Either way, you're staying with me.
How much longer? Couple hours. You still haven't told me why you're here.
I didn't come for some necklace.
Medallion.
Medallion.
Some people die for that rag they call a flag. Some die for a line on a map. Some die for a necklace. Others die for revenge. But freedom, now there's an idea you can sell to the people.
They call themselves the Proletariat League of Defense.
Who are they?
Business owners sick of being extorted, angry fathers worried about their daughters, men and women who were all frustrated by the incompetence of the law. They come from all over, secretly trained here, and they are finally ready to fight.
We need information and weapons, and that's it.
Nicola has 120 men down there. Now that's a lot to handle, even for the both of you.
There is only one man, and he's gonna be a hell of a lot easier to get to without this circus slowing us down.
What about my cousin?
Same goes for her.
What about them?
What about him?
Right now, they're your only chance at a new beginning.
Excellent timing. That's what every great military leader needs. A sense of timing.
The general is the only one who knows the secret passages leading to the camp in Cliff, but he vowed that he would never tell before the right time came.
This is the right thing to do.
I'm not leading this army of clowns to the Grim Reaper.
They've already made their choice. Now you need to make yours. Walk away and you may never find him.
Hey. They robbed my family of our legacy. They killed my uncle and still have my cousin. And the man who leads them must have done something to you. We can end this.
Gangbusters, huh? All right, coachies.
You fool. Don't you want to live? I'd rather die.
Let's give it a rest. Vultures. That's what we all should have done.
always my piece of the bargain. Some bargain. There's a waterfall straight up this road. Can't miss it, just walk through. He would have been proud of you, you know? I was a kid when he was around, but he was a legend here.
You still want to get yourself killed for some necklace?
Revenge is an act of style. For all practical matters, no one is known to come back from the dead after being avenged in the name of justice. However so, man can fight anything but his nature. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth will forever make better grammatical balance than turning the other cheek. They go to face their own destiny. Step by step, groan by groan. 4 down, 6 to go for Nicola and his killers to be no more.
He's mine.
I cut your uncle like a yellowtail sushi roll.
Pretty optimistic of you. To be worried about your mustache when you're about to lose your head.
Been waiting long. Who are you?
A son? A friend? A brother? What does it matter? God.
It matters not if you die. But if you live and not tell, then it'll be as if you stabbed me in the back. And that's not much of revenge now, is it, son?
No, son. Not unlike you, I've never stabbed anyone in the back.
You want to kill a man like me, son? You better stab me in the back. That's the catch. The honorable men, well, they die hard. But they still die. It's men like me who survive and conquer. Men like me who understand that the fight is not about who's right, but about who's left. You see these hands, son? These hands have taken the lives of 100 men. These eyes have seen the last breaths ebbing from 100 chests. And these feet have stood over 100 fools who thought they were gonna kill me. But my heart is still pounding, waiting for the day when it meets its equal. I thought you were different somehow. Special. After all, you beat the odds twice. But here you are, bleeding all over my floor just like all the rest. Another fool in search of his ride into the sunset. Now you're gonna tell me who you are? Or am I gonna have to beat it out of you? Can you smell it? You want to know the truth, son? It's all about the next day. When the sun rises. And you smell the air. And you realize life goes on. There is no judge. The air is thin at the point of dying. You want honor? I give you deception. You want justice? I give you pain. You want closure? I'll give you death.
Yoshi. Yoshi. No. No.
Trying to teach you a lesson here, and you learn nothing. I'm gonna miss you, son. Last chance. Who are you? Someone once told me, there's always somebody more powerful than you. Problem is, where is he? You need him most.
The man who told you this was my father.
You sure about this?
We're gonna try something new together. A bar that also serves sushi and sake.
You know, you could have been mayor. You could have been chief of police.
Who, me? No, son. I serve the drinks. I always serve the drinks. I fought so I could continue serving drinks freely. Not to take up arms for the rest of my life.
See, that's the problem. That's why everything's a circle.
Yeah, but for every son of a bitch out there, there's men like you. And you. It all balances out. So, gentlemen, good luck on your journeys. What?
So, what are you going to do?
I'm the product of a fucked up generation. haven't seemed to find a sunset to walk off into.
Tomorrow is a new day.
Until the next time.
Tomorrow is a new day. The sun will rise and set again in this endless circle of life and strife.